Recording in progress.
A very good morning and good evening, friends who are joined from different corners of the globe. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to day 8 of My Time Infinity. So wonderful to see a lot of faces on the video, on the cam. If at all possible, please do come on the cam. It will be wonderful to see you all. Great. Thank you so much. Once again, a warm welcome. This program, as you all aware, is co-hosted, co-organized by IFSS and PSSM Global. So it's a great pleasure to host such a wonderful program like My Time. So let's start the program with a wonderful meditation. We all know the procedure. Yes, sit comfortably in the place wherever you are. Be it the room or outside, wherever you're sitting, just sit comfortable. Gather yourself. Make all kinds of adjustments. Settle down completely. Look around. The places are good. Just pay attention to everything around. The room, temperature, the sounds that are coming. It may be pleasant or unpleasant. It's okay. We are here only to meditate. Now slowly bring your attention to yourself, the place where you are sitting. If you're sitting on a chair or a sofa, please cross your feet, left feet on right or right feet on left, whichever way is comfortable to you. If you're sitting on the floor, just sit comfortably like the usual, the way we sit to eat food. Take support of the back if required. Do not make it stiff like this. Take support of the back. There's absolutely no problem. If you're comfortable without support, that's absolutely okay. If you're wearing spectacles, kindly remove them. We do not need while meditating. Now, slowly, you may close your eyes. And bring your attention to your body. Let us just scan the body from head to toe to just see the body is relaxed. Fundamentally, we need to sit in Sthira Sukhasana. So let's just make sure the body is completely relaxed. Check your shoulders. Check your forehead, eyebrows. Relax them. Are you biting your teeth tightly? Just loosen them. Your lips. Relax them. How is your neck, shoulders, arms? Let them be relaxed completely. Clasp your fingers. Place them on your lap. Just make sure you're not tightly clasping it. Just engage the fingers. That's enough. How is your upper back, lower back? Are they relaxed? Take support if needed. Relax your thigh muscles, your calf muscles, ankle and feet. Let this body be kept free. The body is now completely relaxed. We are sitting here to meditate just for the sake of meditation. Let us not keep any expectations. Let us not run through any affirmations. Let us not engage in any kind of prayer. Meditation is not a prayer. We are just disengaging from everything and being with just ourselves. Now, draw your attention from your body to your breath. Take a couple of deep breaths if needed. This is just to catch hold of your breath. Now, observe your breath. Observe your natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Just be with your breath. Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. That's the meditation we are doing today. The only thing that can come in between your meditation is your own thoughts. Whenever thought of any kind appears, just cut the thought and come back to your breath. Or park your thought like a vehicle being parked in the parking lot. Now we do not need any such thought. Next 40 minutes is your time. It's my time. As much as possible, we are going to be with our every single breath. The music will be played in the background, but let our observation be on our simple, natural, beautiful breath. Be with your breath. Please be with your breath, my dear friends. Cut those thoughts and come back to your breath. Wonderful, my dear friends. Continue to be with your breath. Wonderful, my dear friends. Please continue to be with your breath. Last 5 minutes. Wonderful, my dear friends. Please be with your breath. Last 1 minute. Please do not open your eyes yet. Slowly bring your attention back to your body. Take your time. Now, at your ease, you may unclasp your fingers and place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly, at your pace, please, you may now open your eyes and give a big smile to yourself. Please take time to settle. Wonderful. Thank you so much, friends, for joining and meditating together. It's so wonderful to meditate in a group. I also request you all to switch on the camera. Let's all see each other. It's so wonderful to see so many smiling faces on the camera. We also have Partha, our speaker today. Wow. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Once again, warm welcome to everyone. I'll now pass it on to Sandeep from Australia, who is going to be hosting this session today. Hi, Sandeep. Good morning. Over to you.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the day 8 of the program. And today's topic is Energy and Chakras, Balancing with Breath Meditation by Partha Gupta, sir. I will give a brief introduction about Partha, sir, for whoever that don't know him. Partha Gupta, sir, is the founder and lead trainer at the School of Breath, an organization focused on teaching the art of conscious breathing and its benefits. Sir has spent the last 15 years working in the corporate world before devoting himself to the study of breath and consciousness under the guidance of a wise mentor from the mountains. For over 11 years, he has been researching, meditating, and documenting insights on the profound impact of breath on one's state of being. Partha Gupta sir's teachings revolve around the idea that breath is communication with life. And by understanding the grammar of breath, one can experience profound states of awareness and well-being. He believes that the breath holds the key to the regaining of the pure, effortless state of being that children naturally possess, allowing one to receive abundance and fulfillment in life. So let's all welcome Partha, sir. Sir, I've taken this intro from few resources. If something is not right, please correct me. And I'm personally interested in today's topic, chakras. It's one of the most talked about topics, but also misunderstood topic, I suppose. There are a lot of differing opinions. So if you can enlighten us about that topic also, that would be great. Over to you, sir. Thanks a lot and welcome again.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Sunil. It's nice to be back with IFSS. Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah, I think we have about 40 minutes or so. And even the drop in the ocean would be, a lot for 40 minutes. So we will nail some points straight away and come to this point of energy and chakras and all that. Anybody who's entering into meditation, yoga, are exposed to books and schools of thoughts. And so chakras are naturally a subject which is read, heard about. Now let's take it a little differently, today, so that perception comes in. Perception is, whenever I say chakra, there must be a certain image inside you. When I say Nadi, there must be a certain image inside you. Okay, unless there is a perception, there cannot be a connection, and unless there's a connection, there cannot be understanding. Okay, so let's begin with. We'll quickly go through that, and today I will share with you a very beautiful Himalayan process, a yogic process, a particular breath, a particular breath, one breath that can balance all the chakras. Okay. So before defining chakras and going into perception of it, let's define energy. Okay, you look into Google and Google will tell you it's energy is required for strength for physical activity, or that it is derived through a certain chemical or physical process so that the machines can work, things like that. But we are here talking about spiritual energy, or energy that we would like to perceive in a certain way. The moment I say spiritual energy, it's very important to define spiritual, because there's again this big misconception, misinterpretations in the word called spiritual. Okay, spiritual is not god mongering or prayers or being religious or reading good books and going into the Vedas and Upanishads and all that. Spiritual is simply how intense we are. Whether you know to meditate or do not know to meditate, irrespective of the fact, if you are basically a person who's intense, you are spiritual. Spirit means intensity. Spiritual means being intense. Spirituality means all about the intensity. That's all. There is no other meaning to it. Okay. So spiritual energy, obviously, that means, again, spiritual is everything that as it exists and you're applying it in your life. You can't touch it. It exists, like intensity. There's a word called intensity. And commitment, you give commitment to it. So you can't touch the word commitment, but you are applying commitment. There's a force behind the word called commitment. Persistence, all these words you see, there's a certain energy behind that. So you have a spiritual energy if you are someone who takes initiatives, who gives commitments, who is very persistent about achieving things. That's what spiritual energy means. You're intense. Okay. Quickly, we'll jump on to the other energy we talk about. There's a life force energy. We discussed this before in the forum before, but I will share with you quickly. Okay. We talk about prana. Okay. The breath is oxygen plus prana together. This togetherness, this union is the yoga. Okay. And wherever there's a union, there is a separation. So you breathe oxygen and prana, and obviously there's a separation. Oxygen does its job, and prana goes and pours intensity into every cell of our body. Okay. Any questions? You can just jot it down. We can always discuss in the last 10 minutes. Okay. If it is very important to discuss now, please come in. Okay. So before I jump into chakras, it is important to understand this metabolism, what happens as I breathe in. Prana is traveling through the nadis to each and every cell of the body, right? So it's very important. Now, quickly, let me define nadis. Nadis are pathways through which prana is traveling. The pathway through which prana is traveling, it can be not imagined. I'm not using the word imagined. It can be perceived. As you know, we have seen our nervous system, how the nervous system is like root-like structure throughout the body. Okay. Similarly, nadis travel through, prana travel through nadis, and nadis are not root-like structure. It is the gaps in the body, through which, like pipelines, you can say like pipelines through which the prana travels. And the meeting point of nadis, let's say these are 5 nadis, pipelines. The meeting point of nadis, where the prana is coming out, obviously, like suppose water is coming out of these pipelines. At the point where the water is coming out, there's going to be a whirlpool of water, right? So this meeting point of nadis, there's a whirlpool of prana, of pranic energy, and this is where the chakra points are. Okay. So perceptionally, just like the root-like structure, nadis are gaps throughout the body, and at the meeting points of the nadis, the prana is forming a whirlpool of energy, which is normally largely in front of the spine, and connected to the organs. So this becomes the energy center for the organs. So if some organ is not, let's say diabetic, somebody is diabetic, it simply means that the pancreas are not able to absorb prana well from the chakra point, and so it is slowly over a period of time becoming weak and weak, and so not able to function well, not able to, break hydrocarbons from the food and produce insulin. This is what is happening. So the root cause of, say, for example, in this case, diabetes, as I said, is because over a period of time, the pancreas had become weak and was not absorbing prana from the respective chakra. Okay. You go to a doctor, he will tell you that we will never work on the root cause generally, because prana is not understood even by medicine as a subject. So the consequence is attended to. Your diabetes, insulin. So now insulin is injected or whatever it is to create the balance. But the root cause, the pancreas have become weak, is not understood, and that is not worked upon. Okay. Now that is where meditation or proper knowledge of mudras and all that can help. Okay. Now quickly. So now having understood, I hope you are able to perceive what chakras are right now. It is nothing but the meeting point of the nadis, where the prana meets, and there's a whirlpool of energy, and from which the organs are getting its energy. Simple and straight. Okay. Largely, what has been read about chakras probably is that there are 7 major chakras, and I'm sure you know the names of it also, and its basic functions. So quickly, let's go into that, because today I would love to share a particular process with you, and so I'm quickly going into it. So the 7 chakras, I don't have to name it, but still I'll quickly do it. That Muladhara, okay, chakra, a point near the perineum, near the tailbone of the spine, responsible for excretion and other things, and or responsible for our grounding. When you see somebody is holding fear, anxiety, and all that, they won't be even able to sit. So they miss the grounding. That's why they're not able to sit. So Muladhara is that energy center which ensures that we are grounded, fearless, not anxious, balanced, kind of a thing. It's a more earth element, right? Then just above that, below the navel, the lower belly area, we talk about Swadhisthana, which is the area of creativity, the vital energy, the vitality is from there. The sensual energy is there. Basically, a water element and all. We know all these things. I'm quickly rushing through this because we have read about it. We understand this. So somebody is not very creative, or somebody is, even physically, they're not able to produce children or things like that. It's all about the energy, lack of energy at the Swadhisthana chakra and all that. And then come a little up, upper tummy, above the navel, along the spine, you see that. And we talk about Manipura chakra. This is a place of fire element, material manifest, and intensity. How fired are you? You talk about, is there fire in the belly? Do you have the fire in the belly to do this or that? That's what Manipura is all about. And Anahata, you just come up, the heart area, talks about compassion, love, kindness. So also it also talks about its opposite. Being hurt is also an aspect of, oh, she broke my heart. Of course, the heart doesn't break. It's it's the hurt we talk about. It's the feeling that we talk about. Anahata is about love and compassion. Then we come up a little, and we come to Vishuddhi. We speak about knowledge, confidence, clear speech. From here, it's the space element. It's Anahata and below is all survival aspects. Food and digestion and sensual energy and excretion and all that. This is separating the lower energy and the higher energy. Here it's all about knowledge, intuition, liberation, those aspects. So Vishuddhi is all about knowledge, confidence. Seat of Saraswati, we say. Muladhara, seat of Ganesha. Ganesha sits like that. He doesn't move around. Solid, grounded. Manipura, seat of Lakshmi, we say. And this is seat of Saraswati, we say. There's knowledge. If I suddenly ask somebody to come and speak about some subject, they're like, oh no, I can't speak right now. There's obviously lack of confidence could be, even if one knows the subject well or so. And Agnya Chakra is the third eye we're talking about, the pineal gland. It's the seat of intuition. Okay, intuition is possibility when you touch silence, when you're able to withdraw noise inside. This speaks, and a lot of text and all that. Sahasrara is not considered a chakra in a way and all that, but if this is silence, this is connected to stillness. There's a difference between silence and stillness also. Absolutely still. When the nadis are open, you can feel, breath passing through, kind of a thing. Okay, there are a lot of expectations in the spiritual line among most of the seekers. Everybody wants to experience a miracle. Everybody wants to manifest things and all that. And with so much of reels and internet these days, everybody is sharing their experiences. Too much of data in circulation. You want to slim down? Yeah, and you go into a search, and there may be 100,000 people telling you 5,000 different methods of how to slim down and things like that. Too much of information being processed and all that. Okay, so let me take you, because I would like to give you that experience. Okay, so let me take you to perception of that one breath I'm talking about, that can balance all the chakras, because chakras can never be closed. Chakras are never closed, please understand. However, the energy in a particular chakra may be not very absorbing. Okay, Sunil, I'm not able to see anyone. Could you, Acha, do I have to do something on this?
Right, Partha?
I'm not able to see anyone for that matter. So the connectivity element.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it something I'm using my phone actually?
Oh, okay. All right.
Is that something I can do about it here?
Maybe go to the gallery view, sir.
Yeah. There's a speaker view and a gallery view.
I don't see where is the gallery view. Everybody is able to listen. I'm fine with that. You are able to see the participants?
Yes, yes, we are.
Chalo.
Yeah. Many of us are in the camp.
So far, so good?
Yes.
Chalo, theek hai. So let's go into that experience, the first level experience. Don't worry whether if you are able to experience it or not, but let's give it a first level experience and all that. Let me share an illustration with you, which I just sent to Sunil. Sunil, can you share the picture, please?
Sure, I will.
So also, if you just scroll to the right on your phone, you should be able to see the audience.
If I scroll.
Just swipe to the right.
Swipe to the right, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. I'm not a very, not a techie at all. Absolutely nerd with technology. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. Oh, now it's better. Now it's better. I see people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a picture I sent to you. Can you share that on screen,
yes,
please, so that everybody can see that?
I have shared.
You shared that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Is everybody able to see that image clearly? You can hands up will do. Oh, good, good, good. If you see the picture, it's a picture of the face, the eyes and the nostril. Okay. And there are 6 points dotted, from the tip of the nose, there are 6 points to the Agya Chakra. Okay. Now let's give it the first try, the experience which I'm trying to give to you. Whether or not we are able to do it, everyone is able to do it today or not, it's a different thing. But it will be seeded into you for sure. Okay. So spine straight, spine straight, sit down, spine straight, because I want you to experience that. Oh, this is what it means, and this is the button for that, Okay. You can keep your eyes open. There's no problem with that. Okay. Eyes closed does help sometimes to go in, eyes open, and I'm allowing the images of the outer world coming into me. Eyes closed, I'm going into this frame inside, being inside. That's all. So all I'm asking you right now is you look at the image. See that the first point is the tip of the nose. Okay? Take all your attention to the tip of the nose. The fundamental is, where are you? You are there where your attention is. Take your attention to the tip of the nose and breathe as if you're breathing from the tip of the nose and breathing through the tip of the nose. You don't have to imagine it. Simple. Take your attention there and sense drawing your breath from the tip of the nose and breathing out from the tip of the nose. I'll tell you what to observe next after you do 10 to 12 breaths. As you keep your attention at the tip of the nose, breathing in from the tip of the nose and breathing out from the tip of the nose, parallelly observe, if you are able to sense a certain movement of energy, a certain trigger, aliveness around the Muladhara Chakra. Muladhara Chakra, the area of perineum, the space between the two exit points, excretory points. Though you have put your attention at the tip of the nose, just observe if you are able to sense certain activity, aliveness, movement at the Muladhara Chakra. Take a complete 1 minute. Where are you? You are at the tip of the nose. Subtle, slight energy movement. This is the first time you're doing it. Though your attention is at the tip of the nose, do you parallelly sense some activity at the Muladhara Chakra? Okay. Let's reconnect. Let us see if somebody is able to sense some movement. Anyone? Raise your hands. You could not. Yes, somebody. Jenny.
Yes, sir. I could.
You could, because I told you that this is a possibility, or is it very clearly you could sense, yes, my attention is at the tip of the nose, yet I could sense a certain activity in the Muladhara Chakra.
No, I could.
You could, right?
Yes, yes, I could.
Anybody else? Sunil, yourself?
Yes, I could feel some sensation. Yes.
At the Muladhara Chakra.
At the Muladhara Chakra. Yes.
Because see, obviously, if I take you to the sixth one straight away, if I tell you, pay your attention at the Agnya Chakra, okay, be there and breathe from that point and breathe into that point, obviously you will sense a energy movement at the Agnya Chakra, correct? So I'm not taking you there, I'm taking you elsewhere, where, the attention is here, but the sensation of movement is there. Okay, so let's do another point. In the picture, you will see that the tip of the nose is the Muladhara Chakra point, and then we all have this round structure. Just above it is a point which can trigger the Swadhisthana Chakra. Okay, and then we have this nasal bone. This bone, everybody, we have this bone thing. It's very clear. Okay, that's a point of Anahata. Let's try that. That should be a fairly good experience. Okay, so take your attention, see the picture there, or you can touch that nasal bone of yours, the one which is up, below this. There's a depth here, which is the Vishuddhi point. Just below that, there's this nasal bone. Very clearly, you can sense it. Okay, all okay? Choose that point. Okay, take your attention to this point, and now breathe from that point. Just giving you individual experiences before I tell you how to to that one single breath. Take your attention to this point, the nasal bone, that point, and breathe from that point and breathe out through that point. Mentally, take your attention to that point in the nasal bone. Be there and sense breathing from that point. Where are you? You are there where your attention is. Breathe in from this nasal point, that nasal bone. Breathe in from that point and breathe out through that point. 10 to 12 breaths. Nicely, relaxed. And see parallelly, if you can sense, it's your heart which is very active in this moment. So your attention is on that nasal bone point and you're breathing from there. Just see if parallelly you can sense the heart opening up, the heart breathing well, filling up, feeling nice. If you want to place your finger for focus, you can do that on the nasal bone. And breathe from that point. And breathe out from that point. Parallelly, you can sense Anahata being very active. Yes? Kalji? Was it absolutely clear? Though my attention was at this point, the heart was open, correct?
Yes, Parthaji. It was kind of, I was getting little bit, heartbeat improved kind of sensation.
Okay. Let's try another point. Okay. I'm not trying again because it is direct. It is that only. Okay. Let's try another point, which is, this between the two eyes, there is this slope. Okay. Point of Vishuddhi. This point. You see the Vishuddhi point in the picture? This is Agya. Yeah, here. Between the two eyes. The slope, inside the slope, the valley. Okay? So take your attention there. Be there. After that, I'll tell you what the breath is all about. Be there. Take all your attention there at that point. Where are you? You're there in that slope between the two eyes. Above that nasal point, below the Agya Chakra. Be there and breathe. Breathe from that point, breathe out into that point. You are there where your attention is. This is experienced best when your spine is straight. Spine straight. Between the two eyes. That point. Breathe in from that point. Breathe out through that point. See parallelly if it is your thoracic gland, your throat, your Vishuddhi, which seems to be active. You can put your finger at that point and breathe in case you need that initial support of being able to concentrate there. Put your attention there. Are you able to sense the activity, aliveness, movement in the Vishuddhi? You're just doing it quickly, you can take, when you do it for yourself, you can take a nice 4 or 5 minutes for a particular chakra. Okay? Is that clear? Subramaniam Garu? Can I have some input from you? Are you able to feel? Sandeep?
I had a bit of tingling sensation here.
Kind of a thing. Or, when you're breathing out, the sound is very clear. Kind of a thing, Okay? So, chalo, this is only to, you should not know things because somebody told you, because you read it somewhere. Some Guruji shared with you or something like that. You should know something based on your experience. Have you experienced it? Okay. Yes, I've experienced it. You experienced it in a very subtle manner today. It's just your first exposure to it. Okay. Sit down, have fun with it, have experiment with that and see how beautifully it opens up. Okay. So now let me share you that one single breath that can balance all your chakras. Okay. I'm using the word balance because we are every moment living the demand of a particular chakra. Okay. So for example, you're hungry. Now I'm talking to you and I keep talking to you for the next couple of hours and you suddenly begin to feel hungry. Okay. And your Agya's concentration and Vishuddhi's concentration will slowly go to Manipura. And you won't be, because now Manipura is demanding food and somebody is subjected you to listening, the focus will go. It is demanding food. You give it its demand and then it is silent. And then you are back to what you can do, right? Similarly, youngsters or things like that, when they feel sensual sometimes, the examination, there that you feel sensual and the sensual thoughts can take you away and keep you engaged in that, kind of a thing. It's because that particular chakra is extends, more active at that particular point, kind of a thing, drawing your attention, and not balancing, kind of thing. So it's as I said, no one can survive if any of the chakra is closed. If the chakra is closed, one is dead. Okay, one chakra is weak or one is too demanding. That's about it. Okay, Anahata. Okay, should be balanced. If it is out of balance, too much of kindness and all that, your friend will ask you, hey, can you give me 5,000 rupees and all that? You see, you have only 1,000 rupees in your pocket. So, oh my God, I should help him. You take loan from some other friend and you will give it to him. This kind of activities you will do if the anahata is too open. And if it is too close, you're like, you have $1 million in your bank account. You're like, no way, I'm not going to share, give kind of a thing. This is some things experience we have. Okay. So let's come to the next 3 to 4 minutes. Purely, let's do this breath. All you have to do is, while breathing in, take your attention from the tip of the nose to the Agya Chakra. While breathing out, you take your attention from the Agya Chakra to the tip of the nose. And now you know the points also, the stations. These are like buttons. These are the buttons which is triggering your chakra points there. Okay, just look at the picture, look at those points, you know where it is and all that. Close your eyes, keep your spine straight, have fun, it's an adventure. Okay, at least 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, don't open your eyes, try to have that nice experience. Okay, all you have to do is be absolutely relaxed. While breathing in, take your attention from the tip of the nose to the Agya Chakra. While breathing out, bring your attention back to the Muladhara. Just do this breath. The schedule for the rest of the day can be handled once we go into it. Right now, you enjoy the process. It's an adventure. It's a new adventure, a new way of breathing. Just do it. Aware of those points, the Swadhisthana point, the Anahata point, the Vishuddhi point, the Agya point. Go slow, as if you're stopping in those stations for a while. Attention is stopping at those points while going from Muladhara to Agya and Agya to Muladhara. So involved are you? So intense are you? You're breathing, with your attention. While breathing in, Muladhara to Agya. While breathing out, Agya to Muladhara. Simple. Another 2 minutes. Okay. No need to focus anymore. Just come back to your normal breathing. Just come back to your normal breathing. Listen to the sound of your breath. Nice and relaxed and nice, pleasant. Just be. Just be. And slowly open your eyes. Just be. This is the breath. Simple. There's so many processes. How many processes will you do? You know, you can't, you can't learn hundreds of things and apply hundreds of things in life, you know. It's like Arjuna's Gandiva, you know, he's got so many arrows in it. There's Brahmastra, Indrastra, this Astra, that Astra. Just because he has it, he's not shooting around. He's picking the right one whenever he has a particular need. Similarly, you may know a lot of things, learn a lot of things. You feel you're feeling anxious or something like that, you know which chakra is shaken. You're feeling fear, you know. Memory, for that matter, memory is not stored in the brain. Brain is only processing. Memory is stored all over the chakra space. There are only 4 authentic emotions that we need to work on. You know, all our memory is connected to only these 4 emotions. What are they? Fear, Muladhara, anger, Manipura, kindness, love, compassion, pain, hurt, pain, Anahata, and joy, Vishuddhi. See, if your joy, your Vishuddhi will not be able to hold it. You want to express it, kind of a thing. Okay. So all our memories are stored in this chakra areas, basically. And whenever there's a trigger, something triggers up. Okay. This breath, you can use it when you sit for meditation, you know, and you can just be sometimes once in a week or something like that. Okay. Or whatever it is. And this is the breath which will balance all the chakras and not allow a particular chakra to hijack you. Chakras can hijack you. Your stomach is full. No, I want to eat further. The biryani was so nice. It has hijacked you. Not able to focus on studies. Some sensual thoughts are coming. You are hijacked. Yeah? Things like that. Huge subject. Can't even touch a drop. But I hope something useful has been shared today. Sunil, over to you.
Indeed, sir. Shall I stop sharing this image, sir?
Come again.
Shall I stop sharing this image? The screen? Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to share this particular breath and give that experience of how these points are the buttons that can trigger a particular chakra somewhere, you know. Because experience, once you experience it, it will be there forever. or else it is a concept. Don't chase concepts, you know. What is your concept of meditation? I have no concept of meditation. Don't chase concept. A concept, if it has strength in it, will travel to become wisdom. That's the wisdom, not the concept. Okay. Otherwise, the world is full of concepts. We are
Yes,
not
sir.
in. Let's not go into conception. Let's go into perception. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Thank you so much for sharing the wonderful wisdom and also making us do the practical. Doing is better than listening and pondering upon it. So thanks a lot for that. I hope participants have experienced what they wanted to. Can we now open the session for Q&A, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with my question. How is this nasal bridge connected to the chakras?
See, when we speak about nadis, you know, subject is a little deeper. We are immediately talking about the Ida, Pingala, and the Sushumna Nadi, which is the pranic flow along your spine. You know, a spine is not just a one hollow tube. It is got three passages from left to right, small two pinhole kind of a thing, and one the middle passage and all that. So when you're breathing, the prana is basically traveling the spine and, you know, distributing this thing. So yeah, it must be something to do with the nadis, or, you know, like like acupuncture has those points below your feet.
Yeah.
You know, similarly, there are these nasal points which are trigger points for the chakras.
Okay, sir. Fair enough, sir. Thank you, sir. Bala ma'am, you had a question, I suppose. You had your hand raised.
Sorry. Yeah. I just wanted to share the Mooladhara. I really felt a lot of vibrations when I was focusing at the tip of the nose, and also Vishuddha. I felt it, the vibrations, a little bit tightening at my throat. But others, I need to practice more. But it's a wonderful the way how the trigger points connected to the other, all the chakras. Wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, practice is important, you know, and practice should be fun. It should not be a compulsion. And the advantage of practice is, like, say, for example, let me connect you to example of the movies. Suppose you're watching a movie for the first time, you're seeing the frames for the first time. When you watch the same movie the second time, you already know what next frame is going to come. Okay. And even before it comes, you're able to see it. And once it comes, you're seeing it. So you're actually seeing that frame for a little longer time. And the second time you notice, oh my God, there was a nice flower in the tree.
Yeah.
You did not notice the first time. The third time you see the movie, then you see, I didn't notice there was a nice, beautiful colored bird also sitting on it. The first time I didn't. The second time also did. You see the same movie 4, 5, 6 times, and every time you see, every time you'll see a new element in that. Okay, clarity comes in with that practice. That's all. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So don't worry about whether you felt or not. Now you sit down. Now you have fun. Now you have the adventure.
Yeah. Very good.
Anybody else? I think everybody knows the names of the chakras, the elements that are connected to the work it does. So much has been read about it. I'm somebody who said, don't read here. Let's go to perception. You must be able to perceive. If you can't perceive, it is knowledge. And knowledge that is not applied is a junk sitting in the head. Okay, so the empty VR, the full VR, it's like that.
Yes, sir, correct. Deepika ma'am, you can go ahead.
Hello. Wonderful, amazing session, Partha sir. It was beautiful to experience. When you said you do that breath from for all the points, so like is it in breath one time and an out breath, or each point we can stop and take in breath and out breath? How was it like? I
Nice.
just want.
You're breathing in, right? You're breathing in. So breathe in nice, slow and nice. And while you're breathing in, almost like, it's a train and you're stopping into those stations. Okay. And then from there to
So one
here.
single breath
So
you need to stop in each station you're saying. Like
if
it is
you're able
not
to,
when
if
you're
you're able to like,
going.
if you're able to kind of in breath, if you're able to achieve that, it's great.
Oh, okay. So I was pausing at each point and I was taking the breaths and I was able to find out like where it is like. I could feel the
Correct.
differences in each, anahata it is happening. I
Good,
could
good.
sense that
You
belly.
raised the question. Yeah, good. You raised the question. So let the in breath not be. Let it be. Okay. I would have probably
At
shared
each
in the
station,
gist.
I could pause and I could feel the sensation happening. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Good.
So if it is good to take one single long breath and a single long out breath.
Yeah, you can
mean.
do that one single. Effectively
Okay.
the same. For
Okay.
that specific experience, stop at the stations. Microsecond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Got it, sir. Thank you so much for this experience.
There's no end to this learning, and
yeah. Thank you.
you
team.
save on
Thank you so much.
time. You save on time when you get the right process for something straight away. Otherwise, there's no end to listening to concepts and reading books and so many books. You avid book reader and you read all about the chakras. What's the point if it can't be converted into experience?
Very true.
So that's how it helps. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
There's a query which was typed.
Yes, sir. We have questions in the chat. I'll read them out for you. The question is from Surendra, and his question is: we know chakras, but we didn't know what the purpose of each chakra is. Could you please explain at a high level once more, please?
See, each chakra you will find is connected to a particular organ. Okay. So chakra is the one which is the energy provided to the organ. Okay. What is the chakra? Is a meeting point of the Nadi there. So there's a whirlpool of energy there. In front of the chakra, there's a particular organ, and this organ is getting energy from the chakra. So the purpose of chakra is to, is the transformer giving current to the home called organ. Okay. This is the easiest way to perceive that. Okay. Since it is not something you can see, you can't have an X-ray to check a chakra. Okay. But however, it can be perceived. Okay. Perceived is better than understood. Okay. So it can be perceived. Okay. The nadis, the prana is traveling there, and now there's a chakra. In front of it, there is an organ, and this organ is receiving energy from the chakra. Okay. So for any particular reason, because psychologically or something like that, if the chakra becomes weak, the chakra is not able to provide energy to the organ, and the organ begins to malfunction. I gave you the example of diabetes typically. So, or Vishuddhi for the thoracic glands. If it's not functioning, a lot of people suffer from thyroid. Okay. They can be very aware of this particular breath. Added with the mudra is fantastic again. So each chakra is doing its job, I said, from grounding to sensuality to intensity to compassion to confidence to intuition. So whenever you find that something is lacking, that the energy in the chakra is weak. So not to allow ourselves to be hijacked by a particular thought which can affect a particular chakra. Okay. Don't go too much into these details. You have the information, sit down and perceive it slowly, and you will be very clearly able to experience that. Just in no time, in a week's time, maybe you will find yourself absolutely balanced. You're able to focus on everything. You're able to do that one thing at a time, without distractions trying to pull you away. So the purpose of balancing the chakras, rather, we can say that, is to ensure that we are centered, and it does not steal our distraction. The problem is all distraction only, right? So another thing about energy we were talking about is how do we define energy? Okay. Anything that triggers our intensity is energy. You can apply it, you can use it. Okay. So I hope the answer is reaching him well, because the purpose is simple. The purpose is the balance will ensure distractions can't take you away from what you are doing at any point of time. If you're eating, eat, enjoy the taste. If you're reading, read, absorb the function. Okay. If you're competing, compete. Let nothing distract you from it. So not to get distracted, chakras must be balanced. Purpose. Okay.
We have one more question, sir. It's slightly related, and you have already probably touched upon it. It's from Rajiv, and the question is: does overactivity or underactivity of each chakra lead to different disease or ill health?
Yes, underactivity does, in the sense, if you're not going to use a particular tool at home, it is going to rust. Underactivity. If you're not going to think, this is going to become dull. Okay. If you're not going to run, give physical activity, the heart is going to be, okay. Underactivity will affect. Overactivity is obviously means getting hijacked. Okay. So that will also hurt. That's where the whole balance game is all about. We do not see any chakra in the physical body. I wanted to know energy body or something. Those are a big question.
Yeah. Shall we take this one question and then?
Yeah.
The next question is from Lavanya ma'am. It says, we do not see any chakra in physical body. I wanted to learn how we are able to see in energy body. Is it only with physical symptoms? Is there any other way?
Okay. Yeah. Just like you can't see air and you're breathing and you're using the air. Just like there's a force inside you which makes you take an initiative, and you can't see that force at work. You can't see, but you are able to apply it, kind of a thing. Quite similarly, you can't see a chakra, obviously. X-ray can't show you the chakra. However, because of the physical symptoms, number one, you are able to recognize that this chakra must be weak at this particular point of time. Even heart diseases, people have hypertension or something like that happening. It's too much of activity happening there, kind of a thing. Combination of mudras and chakra breathing can help, kind of a thing. But the question was, I was trying to reach a particular answer to this. Can I read the question again, please?
Sure. We do not see any chakra in physical body. I wanted to learn how we are able to see it in energy body. Is it only with physical symptoms?
Yes. You can see. I'll tell you how you can see. But then we don't have the tools. The Kirlian photography, which is used to see the chakra, the electromagnetic radiation and all that, can very clearly show activity, inactivity, overactivity, issues, or whatever it is, through different color formations in the body. The Kirlian photograph can actually physically show you there's an issue in a particular chakra or not. Okay? But otherwise, don't go into all that. You know how to balance your chakras right now through the breath. Enjoy it. Keep balanced. The moment you are not easily getting distracted by anything know your chakras are balanced.
That's a good tip, sir.
Okay.
That's a good tip for
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, sir. Can I invite Rajan, sir, to share some of his words, please?
Hello, Partha. It was
Good morning.
wonderful today. Good morning. It was wonderful hearing you about all the chakras. In fact, my knowledge about chakras is limited for the simple reason. Patriji used to tell us it's important to know what each chakra is, what it determines, what it represents, everything. Okay. But then I also felt like one of our friends raised a query about how do you know about ill health and which part of the body is affected. As you rightly said, and as observed yesterday by Dr. GK, when someone had a problem in the throat and he or she couldn't speak much, it was very evident that the Vishuddha chakra needs to be activated properly and developed properly. Of course, this is one of the ways to know what is affected and how to get over it. So I feel, as far as my knowledge and experience goes, that we should be able to start from Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, and then you come to Anahata. So gradually, there should be a gradual improvement from our own self by our own actions, and by all this will be demonstrated to you by means of the health, the amount of perfection in your health. That will indicate to you the extent to which your chakras are developed. Just for example, I take it, if the anahata is developed but overdeveloped, then what happens is the person who has assumed certain powers or who is in a powerful position, he tends to be uh, unduly arrogant or disregards everything, and
Yeah.
also always feels that his improvement is the utmost thing. He doesn't care about others. So that is when the anahata plays a significant role. So
Yeah.
as far as spiritual knowledge is concerned, I feel you ought to know what each chakra represents so that you are able to correct yourself and ultimately go first to the ajna level and then to the sahasrara level. Because of course, coming to the sahasrara level is very, very difficult because it's only a Krishna or a Jesus or a great Osho or someone like that can reach Sahasrara level, that too after a period of time. So it is important for us to know how we can correct ourselves. Similarly, as you said, if your digestion capacity is not up to the mark and you have problems in digestion, then obviously you have been overeating or you have been giving too much of work for your organs. So which means you have to regulate your Manipura. Because in the Manipura stage, what happens is you invariably in life we have been seeing people want to earn, keep on earning and not spending at all. So that only indicates that the person has reached the highest Manipura level, but is not able to proceed further to the Anahata or the Vishuddha. So these are all barometers or methods by which we are able to assess ourselves. So let us be aware about how we develop our chakras so that there is what is known as a stage when you become a self-actualized master. So what does a self-actualized master mean? That he lives and acts as a self-determined, free and awakened individual, and he does not let himself get distracted from his goal, from his vision or by his kingship by getting involved in small problems or minor problems. And his level of awareness is always at the optimum level, at the highest level. And he acts and participates and proceeds or works to ensure that great projects are executed through him. And such a person is more radiant than the sun and also as pure as the snow and as subtler as the ether. So ultimately, it is our intention that through the knowledge of chakras, we are able to enlighten ourselves. And that is the goal of the IFSS, make everyone a spiritually enlightened person. So it was nice hearing you and to know so much about chakras, at the same time about breath also, because to know spiritual science, you have to do meditation, and to do meditation, you have to be one with your breath. So thank you, Parthaji.
Wise words. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rajan sir. Thanks a lot. You've been a guiding light to IFSS. You're the chairman of IFSS, and you're adding your words of wisdom every day. That means a lot for us. Partha sir, we have a couple of more questions. Do you have time for those couple?
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks a lot. So the next question is from Anjuji. The question is, intestines and lungs get energy from which chakras? Further, how to balance excessive thoughts?
Manipura chakra, obviously, as far as intestines, pancreas, spleen, that area is concerned. And how to
balance excessive thoughts?
Okay, how to balance excessive thoughts. Very good. Okay, very simple too. Very simple if you are able to listen. Very difficult if you will not listen. Okay. Make it a lifestyle choice. Make it a lifestyle choice. Okay. That any thought and every thought must contribute or take me to the next level. Every thought of mine should enhance the quality of my life. If a particular thought cannot enhance the quality of my life, such a thought should not be entertained. Any thought that cannot enhance the quality of my life should not be entertained. So I take a call that, how am I feeling right now? I'm feeling good and nice. Good. That means thoughts are all in the pleasant area. Oh, I'm feeling down, out, bad, low, and all that. That means the present thoughts I'm entertaining is pulling me down. Well, tell me one reason why I should entertain thoughts that is not enhancing the quality of my life. So one decision that I take, that any thought that cannot enhance the quality of my life will not be entertained, is enough to stop all kinds of overthinking. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Makes sense. That would rule out.
Your life, you have to make the choice.
Yes.
You have to make the choice. And when will you make the choice? Right away. You heard it right now. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And not entertain a thought that cannot enhance the quality of my life. There ends the matter.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for another tip. The next question is from Bala. Which chakra pancreas is connected to? I think you already answered.
Manipura.
Yeah. We got Vikal's G's hand raised. Can we take that question also, please?
Good morning, Partha sir. It was a fantastic session, and it's always, pleasure for attending any session by you. I have one question. See, we have talked about, over activities of chakras and under activities of chakras, and those kind of, imbalanced things come. And we really get to know that there is some imbalance when it start getting, to the, deeper disease or whatever, something like that is happening. Is there any way, other than, simple doing the exercise and balancing the chakra, where you can get to know that, something is going to happen, so that you can start focusing more on that chakra and balance it?
Okay. Now this was specific, specific way how to balance the chakras and all that. Okay. If you want to beat this all, even this after a particular point becomes a knowledge. So the final thing you need to ask yourself is meditation potent enough to balance all the chakras? Simple meditation is meditation potent enough to balance all the chakras? Meditation is potent enough to balance all the chakras. You don't even have to do all, this particular breath technique or something like that. Simple meditation. But the problem is meditation defined well? Is meditation a doing or a happening with you? I'm sitting for meditation. I'm doing meditation. Are you doing meditation? Has it happened? No, you can't do meditation. It will happen. It will happen when the right inputs are there inside you. The purpose of meditation is to, keep distractions away so that life is able to function in you without the interference of the mind. Simple. The thoughts, this is bothering you. If that is not bothering you, you put your technical mind engaged on the breath or something like that, life gets a free way through you. And when what the meaning of life is what? Growth, evolving, right? The purpose of life is to set everything right. If you allow life to function, everything will be balanced and perfect. But the mind should not function. So allow that 10 minutes or something every day for meditation, wherein you as Vikal Gupta should not exist. You should become a piece of life, and you are just a witness that this piece of life is breathing. The breath gets a freeway. Oh, no interference from Vikal. Okay, let's do what needs to be done. Oh, Vikal is now coming in with his questions again. And again, interference is coming. Okay. So meditation is potent enough to balance all your chakras, provided it is meditation and not your sincere attempt at meditation.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Gratitude. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Partha sir. Thanks a lot.
Have a
I will
nice
now
day.
pass it on to Sunil to add some of his words too.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much, Partha. It was so wonderful to listen to this. Like Sandeep rightly said, the moment, or Vikal rightly said, whenever your session is posted, there are a lot of people who eagerly wait to listen to you. It is with such a clarity that you explain things and so beautifully explain. And the meditation thing that you just mentioned, this body is breathing, that actually hits the nail. Wow. We usually finish all the questions, and I think by the time we finish, there's one more question popped up. Are you okay to take this one last question?
Yeah.
Partha, I know it's crossed. Rajiv has posted this question in the chat. Other than meditation, does right diet, exercise, sleep, etc. influence the activity of chakras?
Yes. Okay. Meditation, it's an idea that somebody is sitting closed eyes and, and calling it a meditation. Otherwise, all through the day, whenever you are doing that one thing at a time, you are in meditative state. Your ability to do that one thing at a time without other things drawing your attention, you are in a meditative state. Okay. So yes, obviously you're breathing right to make the right choices in thoughts, in food, in things like that. Okay. So a Ratan Tata may not be someone who's sitting for meditation, but you look at his intensity and output of the person, the focus of the person in that one thing, see, every successful person fairly successful person are highly spiritual, very well balanced and all that. Before, much material comes in and begins to spoil them and take them away from what actually brought them there. Okay. So yes, right food, right exercise, focus in doing one thing at a time can also keep the chakras balanced. And as I told you about thoughts, that call that you take, I shall not entertain a thought that is not going to enhance the quality of my life.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So friends, I think we are done with the questions, and that concludes day 8 of My Time program. Partha, once again, thank you so much for taking out time
My
from
pleasure.
your busy schedule and sharing your wisdom here. And thank you, Rajan sir, Sonlata madam, for always being there to support all the initiatives. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you, Sandeep. I know it's a weekday, it's a peak time, and you're still able to come and anchor and host this program. Thank you all, the backend support team and entire team, and particularly the IFSS team and PSSM Global, who has co-organized this program for this series. With all this gratitude, we conclude day 8, and we look forward for yet another beautiful day tomorrow. Until then, see you all. Have a nice day and have a good night to everyone joined in from across the globe. Thank you so much.
Stopped.